Good morning and welcome you to Sports In A Jiffy this great Tuesday morning on the Morning Impact Show, coming to you from the studios of Impact Radio 102.1 FM. We are broadcasting from 32 Koko Road, Ilupeju, Lagos. And this packet comes to your listening pleasure weekdays 10 a.m. to 10 minutes on the flip side of 10. You can keep track of these updates and more by following us on our social media handles at iMac1021 FM on Instagram and Twitter, and you can watch us live on YouTube at iMac102.1 FM. Ayodeji Ajiboye is my name. It's good to have you on the other side this morning. On the breakfast menu, I have stories from football, tennis, yes, as is the grass court season, and then we are joining up for the third Grand Slam of the year, talking about Wimbledon right now, where one man in person of Novak Djokovic has won 2 Grand Slams already this year. Will he make it 3? But then we'll skip the transfer updates today because of our time. Without further ado, let's start with the FA Cup winners Bendel Insurance after gushing over Okon in your box postcards worthy goal against Rivers United in the Nigeria Super 8 on Sunday. They are still celebrating that wonder goal by their super sub Okon in your bunk. In your bunk came off the bench to steal the show during the 5-goal thriller against Rivers United in the Nigeria Super 8 playoff on Sunday. Insurance against Rivers United, as expected, lived up to the expectation, and then the hype as both MPFL teams ensured the final game of the playoff ended as a memorable clash. Terrific, the control, the composure, the overhead stunts, the gaze at the post, the goalkeeper's positioning, and then the finishing, just as the club has posted on the social media. And yes, Inyobong, who is a graduate of the Insurance Feeders team, came on and then scored a magnificent goal. The goal now, which has actually made him to be the ambassador of the Nigeria Super 8 playoffs. He's been rewarded for that goal as he gets 100,000 naira, a ball and a medal, and then in addition to that, he will be having an all-expense paid trip round for the Nigeria Super 8 draw, which is going to be holding on Thursday in Lagos. It will be live on Super Sport, and then he will be joining Victor Ipeba to conduct the draw, says the Nigeria Super 8 organizers. And then talking about the Super Eagles now, we are hearing that Super Eagles head coach Joseph Peseiro is close to signing a new contract with the Nigeria Football Federation. The new deal will see the Portuguese tactician remain in charge of the Super Eagles until after the end of the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire next year. Peseiro's contract runs until the end of this month, and then he's going to be looking to stay as the handler of the 3-time African champions. However, it depends on the team's performance in Cote d'Ivoire 2023 tournament. The former Saudi Arabia and Venezuela coach was contracted by the NFF last May to manage Nigeria's national soccer team. And then talking about one of Nigeria's foremost players, and I'm talking about the 24-year-old Victor Osimhen, who registered 31 goals in all competitions last season to help Napoli win their Serie A title for the first time in over 3 decades. Yes, Super Eagles forward Victor Osimhen has reacted to being crowned as the best player in the continent after beating the likes of Mohamed Salah, Riyad Mahrez and Bono to the award. According to reports, Osimhen's best season as a professional player had him scoop awards and break records, with the latest being the recognition at the Ghana Football Awards. And while reacting to the award, Osimhen thanked the organizers of the award and expressed his joy in receiving another award. There's no doubt that he will be looking forward to rounding off his outstanding year with the CAF Player of the Year award. Hopefully he gets to lay his hands on that. Talking athletics this morning, Nigeria's Tobi Amusan believes it's possible to break a world record and running sub-12s in an achievable goal. The world champion has stated that it's not impossible to break a 100-meter hurdles world record. Again, history was made at the 2022 World Athletics Championship in Oregon, where she sped to a jaw-dropping time of 12.12 seconds to win the women's 100-meter hurdles world title, breaking the previous world record of 12.20 in the process. She became the first Nigerian outdoor world champion and record holder in history, and has attained several accomplishments since the historic feat. And then in a post by the World Athletics on their social media handle yesterday, where she was shown training and preparing for the Golden Spikes meet in Ostrava, the caption read a statement by Amusan declaring she can still break a world record, saying, "I'm a big believer in the Bible, nothing is impossible, and 11 seconds most definitely," that caption reads. And then if she's able to do this, the Ijebode native will become the first woman ever to run a sub-12 time in the women's 100-meter hurdles, which will be an unarguable claim to the greatest of all time in the event. Amusan raced against this the likes of world best oilers in Ostrava, such as the long-time rival Jasmine Camacho Quinn, former world champion Nia Ali, and US sensation Tia Jones. 3 days after this, the Ostrava tournament, 3 days after, Amuso will compete against them again at the Lausanne Diamond League, where she'll be kicking off a Diamond League season in a quest to successfully defend her title. Talking table tennis this morning, ahead of the African Table Tennis Youth Championship, Nigeria has named the squad that will be representing the country. The African Table Tennis Youth Championship will take place in Morocco from July 2nd to 8th. The Nigerian Table Tennis Federation released an all-boys team for the continental competition, and the team will depart for Morocco on June 30 to compete in the junior and cadet championship. Nigeria's sensational Taiwo Mati is the defending champion in the under-19 boys singles after defeating Gama Marwan 4-1 in Tunis last year, while Egyptian Anna Godar is the defending champion in the under-19 girls singles after defeating a counterpart from Egypt, Zakirua 4-0. And in boxing, as talk has been progressing, Deontay Wilder has cautioned Andy Rose Jr. not to lose out on a lot of money after going silent for months. The two former champions now appear to be making progress as they prepare to square off in the WBC final eliminator to determine Tyson Fury's next opponent. Fans who feel deprived of heavyweight action in 2023 would appreciate the matchup between the two former world champions, but the contract hasn't been finalized yet. And then in a very, a mysterious caller last night, Wilder shared a video message in, calling out his rival, which encouraged him to dictate his own career. Wilder has already said that Joshua does not want to fight him and is set to fight Andy Ruiz, and any postponement of this would jeopardize Wilder's advanced negotiations with Saudi Arabia to take on Anthony Joshua in December. Yeah, in basketball this morning, the first ever Wheelchair Basketball National League is scheduled to be staged in Nigeria next year, according to Sheyi Johnson, who is the president of the nation's Wheelchair Basketball Association. Johnson disclosed this at the Wheelchair Basketball Championship final held over the weekend in Abeokuta, Ogun State. According to him, some commercial companies have expressed interest in the league and provided funding to ensure a successful launch. He claimed that the league will give the athletes the opportunity to practice and get ready for the international event. Johnson revealed that the just completed championship in Abeokuta was held to identify young bright athletes who would be invited to come before the All-Africa Games in Ghana. Talking football this morning, Argentina superstar Lionel Messi has been awarded the Ligue 1 Foreign Player of the Season for his exploit at Paris Saint-Germain last season, helping them to record the 11th league title. The 36-year-old leaves the French top flight for the MLS Inter Miami after 2 seasons, but continues to employ it for his impressive second season. The former Barcelona man was nominated for the Ligue 1 Player of the Season award, but lost out to his teammate Kylian Mbappe. However, he has been named the best non-French player in the competition in a recent announcement by the league. And talking tennis this morning, after Kram spoiled his blockbuster match against Novak Djokovic in the French Open semi-finals earlier this month and raised some questions about his fitness level, Carlos Alcaraz reminded the tennis world of exactly why he is the sport's reigning heir apparent on Sunday. The 20-year-old won his first grass court title behind a dominant 6-4 finals over Alex de Minaur at the Queen's Club Championship and remained the sport as world number 1. He has now won 5 titles this year, with at least 1 on each surface, becoming the youngest player to do that in a season since 1983. More impressively, while Alcaraz has proven to be a force on hard courts and clay courts over the past 2 seasons, he has relatively little experience on grass. In fact, this was just his 3rd tournament on the surface. Meanwhile, Djokovic remains the heavy favorite for the Wimbledon title when it gets underway next week at the All England Cup, but Alcaraz, whose best result at the event was a 4th round appearance last year, now enters as the top seed, brimming with confidence and momentum. Sport in a Jiffy it is. I will be doing it in a Jiffy. This will be calling it a wrap on the package this morning. Join us tomorrow for another edition of the show. Stay with us as the morning impact show still continues. Oluwatomi with the EY Oborade is here alongside Omobolade Oladepo. But before then, I'll be leaving you in the hands of Olamide featuring Adashake. They call this one New Religion. Ayodeji Ajiboye signing out. Do have a brilliant morning.